Rahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today's lecture is about series. In the previous lecture we discussed sequence and arithmetic progression or arithmetic mean. Now in this lecture we discuss series. The sum of an indicated number of terms in a sequence is called a series. जो आपके पास सीरीज सीक्वेंस में जो तमाम नंबर्स होते हैं उनको अगर आप ऐड कर दें तो उनका जो सम है वो सीरीज कहलाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, द सम ऑफ द फर्स्ट 7 टर्म्स ऑफ द सीक्वेंस n स्क्वायर इज द सीरीज. n स्क्वायर कौन सी सीक्वेंस है? 1 का स्क्वायर 1, n की जगह आप 2 रिप्लेस करेंगे, 2 का स्क्वायर 4, n की जगह 3 रिप्लेस करेंगे, 3 का स्क्वायर 9, सिमिलरली 4 स्क्वायर 16, 5 स्क्वायर 25, 6 स्क्वायर 36 एंड 4 स्क्वायर 4 एंड 7 स्क्वायर 49. Now the sum of these first 7 terms of the given sequence n square is the series. The above series is also named as the 7th partial sum of the sequence n square. ये आपके पास जो ऊपर सीरीज गिवन है, ये इसके अलावा सीरीज के अलावा इसे ये भी कहते हैं कि 7th partial sum of sequence n square है. If the number of terms in a series is finite, अगर किसी भी सीरीज में नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स जो है वो फाइनाइट है, देन द सीरीज इज कॉल्ड फाइनाइट सीरीज. तो सीरीज को हम फाइनाइट सीरीज कहेंगे. while a series consisting of an unlimited number of terms is termed as an infinite series. अगर आपके पास किसी सीरीज में इन्फिनिट नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स हैं तो उस सीरीज को हम इन्फिनिट सीरीज कहते हैं. The sum of first n terms of an arithmetic series. Now we discuss the sum of first nth term of arithmetic series. For a sequence an, we have a1, fn is equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on an, where a1, a2, a3 and so on an are the first, second, third, fourth and so on nth term of arithmetic progression. So if an is arithmetic progression or sequence, so if an is an arithmetic progression, as we know that by the definition of arithmetic progression the difference between two consecutive terms is constant, then Sn can be written as with the usual notation as a1 plus second term can be written as a1 plus d, and the third term is written as a1 plus 2d, and so on. Nth term can be written as an minus an. So and an minus 1 term can be written as an minus d. Similarly, an minus 2 term can be written as an minus 2d. Name this equation equation 1. Basically हमने क्या है, आपके पास एक सीक्वेंस है जिसकी टर्म्स n टर्म्स कौन सी है? a1, a2, a3 एंड सो ऑन an. आपके पास n टर्म्स हैं, आपने उनके n टर्म्स का सम फाइंड करना है जो कि आपके पास Sn से आप रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे सम ऑफ n टर्म, फर्स्ट n टर्म्स ऑफ अ सीक्वेंस. दिस इज अगर आपके पास ये जो सीक्वेंस है वो अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन है, यानी इनके दरमियान जो डिफरेंस है वो कांस्टेंट है, तो आपको मालूम है कि a2 जो है वो आप क्या होता है a1 में 1 टाइम डिफरेंस ऐड करके ऑब्टेन होते हैं. सिमिलरली a3 जो है वो a1 प्लस 2d होता है. और अगर आपके पास लास्ट टर्म an है तो इससे जो प्रीवियस टर्म है वो होगी an माइनस 1 और उससे प्रीवियस टर्म जो है वो होगी an माइनस 2. तो an में से जस्ट आप d माइनस कर देंगे तो उससे प्रीवियस टर्म आएगी, और an में से अगर आप 2 टाइम्स d माइनस करेंगे तो उससे प्रीवियस टर्म यानी कि an माइनस 2 ऑब्टेन होगी. Now if we write the terms of the series in the reverse order, the sum of n terms remains the same. That is, अगर आप इनके टर्म्स का सम ही है या आपके पास इसका अगर आप ऑर्डर चेंज कर देते हैं तो इससे इसके सम में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा. You can write it as an plus an minus d plus an minus 2d plus so on a1 plus 2d plus a1 plus d plus a1. Name this equation equation 2. Now adding equation 1 and equation 2 we get a1 plus an plus a1 plus an plus a1 plus n plus an plus a1 plus an plus a1 plus an plus a1. Now we can see that we have a1 plus an terms n times. So sum of n terms having the same term a1 plus n. So we can write it as n times a1 plus an. जैसे आपके पास x raised to n होता है तो उसे आप नहीं, अगर आपके पास nx होता है तो इसका मतलब क्या होता है x प्लस एक्स प्लस एक्स प्लस ऑन n टाइम्स आपने x को ऐड करना होता है. अब आपके पास n टाइम्स जो है वो a1 प्लस n ऐड हो रहे हैं तो आप इसे लिख सकते हैं n टाइम्स a1 प्लस n. So where in the left hand side of the equation we have 2sn. Now dividing both sides of the equation by 2, we obtain Sn is equal to n by 2 into a1 plus an. Name this equation equation 3. Now we can write it as, by replacing the value of an in the general formula, we obtain Sn is equal to n by 2 plus into a1 plus n minus 1 into d. Now after simplification, a1 plus a1 is equal to 2a1. We can write it as n over 2 into 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d. This is the general formula of obtaining the sum of the first n terms of a series. Find the 19th term and the partial sum of 19 terms of the arithmetic series. आपके पास एक सीरीज है जो कि है 2 plus 7 over 2 plus 5 plus 13 over 2 plus so on. यहाँ पे अगर आप देखें तो आपके जो फर्स्ट टर्म है वो आपके पास a1 जो कि इक्वल है 2 के, जो इनके दरमियान डिफरेंस है दो कंसेक्टिव टर्म्स के दरमियान जो डिफरेंस है, यू कैन फाइंड इट एज बाय 7 over 2 minus 2 और बाय 5 minus 7 over 2 और 13 over 2 minus 5, and that is equal to 3 over 2. Now by using the formula an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 into d, we have, by putting or by replacing n by 19, we obtain a19 is equal to 2 plus 19 minus 1 into 3 over 2, where 3 over 2 is the value of d and n is the value of n is 19 and value of a1 is equal to 2. Now after simplification we can write it as 2 plus 18 into 3 by 2, and this is equal to 2 plus 27, and that is equal to 29. So using Sn, as we know, the general formula of the sum of first n term is equal to Sn is equal to n by 2 into a1 plus an. Now putting the value of n, a1 and an, we obtain 19 over 2 into 2 plus 29. This is equal to 19 over 2 into 31. And after multiplying 31 by 19, we obtain 589 over 2. So this is the first 19 terms, sum of the first 19 terms of the given arithmetic progression or series. Now we consider second example. Find the arithmetic series if its fifth term is 19 and S4 is equal to A9 plus 1. The given information is A5 is equal to 19 and S7, that is the first sum of first four terms, is equal to A9 plus 1, where A9 is the ninth term of the series, arithmetic series, and it is also unknown. So given that A5 is equal to 19 and the series is arithmetic series, so we can write it as A1 plus 4D, that is equal to A5 is equal to 19. Now using the other given condition, we have S4 is equal to 4 by 2 into 2A1 plus 4 minus 1 into D, that is equal to, by using the formula, S4 is equal to 4 over 2, where 4 is the value of n, that is 4 over 2 into, आपके पास यहाँ पे आना था a1 plus n, a1 की वैल्यू जो है वो आपके पास यहाँ पे ये आपके पास जनरल फार्मूला है वो आपने पुट किया यहाँ पे, लेकिन आपको मालूम था कि सम ऑफ S4 जो है वो A9 + 1 है। तो यहाँ से आप आफ्टर सिंप्लीफिकेशन यू कैन फाइंड A4A1 + 6D = A1 + 8D + 1. Now after simplification we obtain 3A1 - 1 = 2D. Now substituting 2D = 3A1 - 1 in equation 1, we obtain A1 = 2 times into 3A1 - 1 = 19. Now after simplification we obtain 7A1 = 21. After dividing both sides of the equation by 7 we obtain A1 = 3. Now from 1 we can write it as 4D = 19 minus A1, and as the value of A1 = 3, so we obtain 4D = 19 minus 3, that is equal to 16. Now dividing both sides of the equation by 4 we obtain D = 4. So the first term is 4, the first term is 3, and the second term is 3 plus 4, that is equal to 7, and the next term is 7 plus 4, that is equal to 11, and the next term is 11 plus 4, that is equal to 15, and the next term is 15 plus 4, that is equal to 14. So the series is 3 plus 7 plus 11 plus 15 plus 19 plus so on. Now we discuss another example. How many terms of the series -9, -6, -3 plus 0 plus so on amount to 66? आपने वो टर्म्स बतानी है कि कितनी टर्म्स का हम सम लें कि आंसर 66 आएगा. Here A1 = -9 and the difference between first and second term is -6 minus -9 is equal to +3. So we obtain A1 = -9 and D = 3, as -6 minus -9 is equal to 3, and similarly -3 minus -6 is equal to also 3. लेट SN, हमने सपोज किया कि कुछ टर्म्स ऐसी है जिनका सम जो है वो 66 है, तो हम बाय यूजिंग द फार्मूला SN = n/2 into 2A1 plus n - 1 into D अगर हम यूज करें. n हमें मालूम नहीं है कितने टर्म्स का सम है, तो हमने n कैलकुलेट करना है बेसिकली. तो SN की वैल्यू आप 66 पुट करेंगे, n/2 as it is 2 into value of A1, that is equal to -9 plus n - 1 into 3, where 3 is the value of D. Now after simplification we obtain 132 by multiplying both sides of the equation by 2. 132 is equal to n into 3n minus 21. This implies 44 is equal to n into n minus 7. Now after multiplying we obtain n square minus 7n minus 44 is equal to 0. Now by using quadratic formula, here the value of A is equal to 1, value of B is equal to -7 and value of C is equal to -44. We obtain value of n is equal to -b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2a. Now putting the value of a, b, c by using this equation, we obtain 7 plus minus square root of 225 over 2. Now after taking the square root of 225, that is equal to 15, we obtain 7 plus 15 over 2 and 7 minus 15 over 2. So the value of n is equal to 11 and minus 4. But n cannot be negative because n represents the number of terms. The number of terms may not be negative. In this case, so n is equal to 11. So the sum of first 11 term is equal to 66. That is the sum of 11 terms amount to 66. Now we discuss exercise 6.4. Please solve these all questions, and if you feel any difficulty to solve these questions, please discuss with me. Find the sum of all the integral multiples of 3 between 4 and 97. 4 और 97 के दरमियान जितने भी 3 के मल्टीपल्स हैं उनका आप सम फाइंड करें. उसके बाद आपने क्या करना है, ये आपके पास एक सीरीज गिवन है, कुछ सीरीज गिवन है, उनके आपने सम फाइंड करने हैं. इनका जो सम है वो 16 टर्म तक, इसका 13 टर्म तक, इसका 10 टर्म तक, इसका 11 टर्म तक आपके पास आएगा. लेकिन बाकी जो सीरीज है उनका आपने n टर्म्स तक इनका सम फाइंड करना है. नाउ वी इन द थर्ड क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी टर्म्स ऑफ द सीरीज कुछ सीरीज आपको गिवन है दो क्वेश्चन में, आपने इनके ये फाइंड करना है कि कितनी टर्म्स पे इनका सम जो है 65 होगा और कितनी टर्म पे इसका सम जो है 114 होगा। नाउ द सम ऑफ सीरीज, ये आपके पास कुछ सीरीज गिवन है, आपने इसका सम फाइंड करना है 3n टर्म्स तक। नाउ इन द क्वेश्चन 5 फाइंड द सम ऑफ 20 टर्म्स ऑफ द सीरीज whose rth term is 3r plus 1. Now in the question 6, if Sn is equal to n into 2n minus 1, then find the series. अगर n टर्म का सम जो है वो आपको गिवन है तो आपने सीरीज फाइंड करने की सीरीज क्या है। The ratio of the sum of n terms of two series in arithmetic progression is 3n plus 2 and ratio n plus 1. Find the ratio of their 8 terms. If S2, S3, S5 are the sums of 2n, 3n, 5n terms of an arithmetic progression, show that S5 is equal to 5 times S3 minus S2. Now in the ninth question, obtain the sum of all integers in the first 1000 integers which are neither divisible by 5 nor by 2. Now S8 and S9 are the sums of the first 8 and 9 terms of an arithmetic progression. Find S5 if 50 S9 is equal to 63 S8 and A1 is equal to 2. Hint is A9 is equal to S8 plus A9. The sum of 9 terms of an arithmetic progression is 171 and its 8th term is 31. Find the series. The sum of S9 and S7 is 203 and S9 minus S7 is equal to 49. S7 and S9 being the sum of the first 7 and 9 terms of an arithmetic progression respectively determine the series. And similarly, do all these questions. If you feel any problem to solve these questions, please discuss with me. Now we discuss word problem on arithmetic progression. First example is tickets for a certain show were printed bearing numbers from 1 to 100. Odd numbers tickets were sold by receiving paisas equal to threes of the number on the ticket, while even number tickets were issued by receiving paisas equal to twice of the number on the ticket. How many amount was received by issuing agency? Let S1 and S2 be the amount received for odd number and even number tickets respectively. Then S1 is equal to 3 into 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus so on plus 99, and S2 is equal to 2 times 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus so on 100. Now S1 plus S2 is equal to 3 times 50 over 2 into 1 plus 99 plus 2 multiplied by 50 over 2 into 2 plus 100. There are 50 terms in each series. इस series में भी 50 terms है और इस series में भी 50 terms है. This is equal to 7,500 plus 5,100 is equal to 12,600. Hence, the total amount received by the issuing agency is equal to 12,600 paisas or rupees 126. Now we discuss another example. A man repays his loan of rupees 1,120 by paying rupees 15 in the first installment and then increases the payment by rupees 10 every month. How long will it take to clear his loan? Now it is given that the first installment is in rupees is 15 and the monthly increase in payment is 10. Now A1 is equal to 15 and D is equal to 10. That is the common difference. Now let the time required in months to clear his loan Bn, then Sn is equal to 1120. That is 1120 is equal to n by 2 into 2 multiplied by 15 plus n minus 1 into 10 by using the general formula. So we obtain that is equal to n by 2 into 30 plus n minus 1 into d. That is equal to n over 2 multiplied by 10 into 3 plus n minus 1, that is equal to 5n into n plus 2. Or 224 is equal to n into n plus 2. This implies n square plus 2n minus 224 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in n. By using the quadratic formula to solve the value of n, we obtain n is equal to minus 2 plus minus square root of 4 plus 896 over 2. The quadratic formula is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2. Now we obtain minus 2 plus minus square root of 900 over 2. This is equal to minus 2 plus minus 30 over 2. Now when we minus 2 plus 30 over 2 and minus 2 minus 30 over 2, we obtain value of n is equal to 14 and minus 16, but n cannot be negative. So n is equal to 14. That is the time required to clear his loan is 14 months. Now we discuss another example. A manufacturer of radio sets produced 625 units in the 4th year and 700 units in the 7th year, assuming that production uniformly increases by a fixed number every year. Find the production in the first year, the total production in 8 years, the production in the 11th year. Now by given data, let A1 be the number of units produced in the first year and D be the uniform increase in the production every year. Then the sequence of products in the successive year is, तो आपके पास लेट्स सपोज करते हैं कि आपके पास जो फर्स्ट ईयर में जितनी प्रोडक्शन है यूनिट्स की जो प्रोड्यूस हुए वो A1 है और हर ईयर में जो आपके पास कॉमन डिफरेंस है वो D है. तो इसकी जो आपके पास सीक्वेंस बनेगी उसकी जो टर्म्स होंगी, फर्स्ट टर्म A1, सेकेंड टर्म A1 प्लस D, थर्ड टर्म A1 प्लस 2D, फोर्थ टर्म A1 प्लस 3D and so on. Now by the given condition we have A4 is equal to 625 and A7 is equal to 700. That is हमें मालूम है A4 किसके इक्वल होता है, A1 प्लस 3D के, जो कि इक्वल है 625 के, और A7 जो है वो इक्वल होता है A1 प्लस 6D के, जो इक्वल है 700 के. ये आपको गिवन है. नेम दिस इक्वेशन 1 and 2. Now subtracting equation 1 from equation 2 we obtain 3D is equal to 75. Now dividing both sides of the equation by 3, we obtain A1 is equal to 625 minus 75 is equal to 550. Now the production in the first year is 550 units. Now S8 is equal to 8 by 2 into 2 times 550 plus 8 minus 1 into 25. That is equal to 4 into 1100 plus 175, and this is equal to 4 into 1275, and this is equal to 5100. Thus the production in 8 years is 5100 units. Now in the third part, 11 is equal to A1 plus 11 minus 1 into D. The value of A1 is 550 plus 10 into value of D is 25. This is equal to 550 plus 250 is equal to 280. Thus the production in the 11th year is 800 units. Now there are some word problems. Please solve these questions. If you feel any difficulty to solve these questions, please discuss with me. We discuss geometric progression. Now we discuss geometric progression. Geometric progression is represented by GP, a sequence AN in a geometric sequence, or geometric progression if AN over AN minus 1 is the same non-zero number for all n belongs to set of natural number and n is greater than 1. इसका मतलब क्या है कि अगर आपके पास कोई ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन या ज्योमेट्रिक सीक्वेंस कब होगी, कोई भी सीक्वेंस अगर आप रेशियो लें nth टर्म और उससे प्रीवियस टर्म की, अगर आप रेशियो लेते हैं तो वो आपके पास कोई नॉन जीरो नंबर आए. द कोशेंट an over an minus 1 is usually denoted by r. ये आपके पास जो कॉमन रेशियो आपके पास कोशेंट जो है वो आपके पास उसे आप r से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं एंड इट इज कॉल्ड कॉमन रेशियो ऑफ द ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन. तो सीक्वेंस, अगर कोई सी दो सीक्वेंस के कंसेक्टिव टर्म्स के दरमियान ये रेशियो कॉमन हो कि अगर आप कोई सी भी दो कंसेक्टिव टर्म्स में ए एन ओवर यानी कोई भी टर्म और उससे प्रीवियस टर्म का रेशियो लें तो आपके पास एक कॉमन रियल नंबर आए, नॉन जीरो कॉमन रियल नंबर आर आए, तो इस किस्म की जो आपके पास सीक्वेंस होती है उसे आप ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन कहते हैं. और जो कॉमन रेशियो आपके पास आता है या कोशेंट आता है वो आपके पास कॉमन रेशियो कहलाता है ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन का. It is clear that R is the ratio of any term of the geometric progression to its predecessors. यानी कि आपके पास ये है कि यहाँ से R जो है वो बेसिकली किसी भी नंबर का और किसी भी सीक्वेंस की किसी भी टर्म का उसकी प्रीवियस जो टर्म है उसके साथ रेशियो है. The common ratio R is equal to an over an minus 1 is defined only if an minus 1 is not equal to 0. क्योंकि कॉमन रेशियो बेसिकली फ्रैक्शन है तो हमें मालूम है किसी भी फ्रैक्शन का के एग्जिस्ट होना उसी वक्त पॉसिबल है अगर उसका डिनोमिनेटर नॉन जीरो हो. तो लिहाजा अगर an माइनस 1 जो है नॉन जीरो है तभी जो है ये कॉमन रेशियो जो है वो आपके पास डिफाइंड होगा. नो टर्म ऑफ द ज्योमेट्रिक सीक्वेंस इज जीरो. ज्योमेट्रिक सीक्वेंस की कोई भी टर्म जीरो के इक्वल नहीं हो सकती. नाउ रूल फॉर nth टर्म ऑफ अ ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन. Each term after the first term is an r multiple of its preceding term. Thus we have a2 is equal to a1 into r, and this can be written as a1 into r raised to 2 minus 1. बेसिकली a2 over a1 जो है वो r के इक्वल होता है, तो a2 इक्वल किसके होगा, a1 into r, और r की पावर 1 को हम लिख सकते हैं r की पावर 2 minus 1 जनरल फार्मूला लिखने के लिए. इसी तरह से a3 जो है बेसिकली जो हमने अभी डिफाइन किया था कि a3 over a2 भी इक्वल होगा r से, वहां से आप लिख सकते हैं a3 is equal to a2 into r, वेर आप इसे यहाँ पे यूं भी लिख सकते हैं a2 किसके इक्वल है, a1 into r, तो आप इसे लिख सकते हैं a1 into r this is equal to a1 into r square, and this can be written as a1 into r raised to 3 minus 1. Similarly a4 is equal over a3 is equal to r, so we can write it as a4 over a is equal to a3 into r, and a3 is equal to a1 into r square, so we can write it as a1 r cube, and this can be written as a1 r raised to 4 minus 1. Similarly we can write an is equal to a1 r raised to n minus 1, which is the general term of a geometric progression. Now find the fifth term of the geometric progression 3, 6, 12 and so on. Here a1 is equal to 3, a2 is equal to 6, a3 is equal to 12. Therefore r is 6 divided by 3 or 12 divided by 6, and this is equal to 2. Now using an is equal to a1 into r raised to n minus 1 for n is equal to 5, we have a5 is equal to a1 r raised to 5 minus 1. This is equal to 3 into 2 raised to 5 minus 1, and this is equal to 3 into 2 raised to 4, that is equal to 48. यहाँ हमने a1 की वैल्यू पुट की जो कि आपके पास 3 थी और r की वैल्यू पुट की जो कि हमने कैलकुलेट की थी 2, तो फार्मूले में पुट करके हमारे पास a5 की वैल्यू आई 48. Now we find an if a4 is equal to 12 over 27 and a7 is equal to minus 64 over 729 of a geometric progression. To find an we have to find a1 and r. Now, as we know that by the formula of geometric progression, we can write it as n is equal to a1 r raised to n minus 1. When we put n is equal to 4 in this equation, we obtain a4 is equal to a1 r raised to 4 minus 1 यानी r cube. और इसी तरह से जब हम पुट करेंगे n is equal to 7, we obtain a7 is equal to a1 r raised to 7 minus 1, that is equal to r raised to 6. Now we solve these two equations. Name these equation 2 and second. a4 is equal to a1 r raised to 4 minus 1, that is equal to a1 r raised to r cube, and this implies a1 r cube is equal to 8 over 27 because the value of a4 is equal to 8 over 27, it is given. Now a7, that is equal to a1 r raised to 7 minus 1, and this can be written as a1 r raised to 6. So a7, that is whose value is minus 60 over 729, is equal to a1 r raised to 6. Now a7 divided by a4, a7 divided by a4, we obtain minus 64 over 729 divided by 8 over 27. After simplification, we obtain 8 over 27. और r क्यूब, यहाँ पे अगर आप देखें तो आपके पास क्या है, r क्यूब. इसे अगर आप डिवाइड करेंगे a7 को a4 से, तो आपके पास आएगा r क्यूब. a7 ओवर a4 जो है वो आपके पास इक्वल है a1 r raised to 6 ओवर a1 r क्यूब, that is equal to r क्यूब. This implies r cube is equal to 2 over 3 cube. From here, after taking the both sides of the equation power 1 by 3, we obtain r is equal to 2 by 3. अगर आपके पास पावर सेम है तो रियल नंबर्स भी इक्वल होंगे, r इक्वल होगा 2 by 3 के. अब if आप पुट करते हैं r cube is equal to minus 8 by 27 into to obtain a1 प्लस, तो आपके पास क्या आएगा, डेट इज a1 इंटू माइनस 27 ओवर minus 8 over 27, that is equal to 8 over 27. This implies minus a1 is equal to 1. Now putting a1 is equal to 1 and r is equal to 2 by 3, in 1 we get an is equal to minus 1 into minus 2 over 3 raised to n minus 1, and this is equal to minus 1 into minus 1 raised to n minus 1 into 2 by 3 raised to n minus 1. So by adding the power of two factors having same bases, we obtain minus 1 raised to n into 2 by 3 raised to n minus 1 for n is greater than or equal to 1. Now we discuss another example. If the numbers 1, 4 and 3 are added to their consecutive terms of geometric progression, resulting numbers are in arithmetic progression. Find the numbers if their sum is 13. Let ar square be three consecutive numbers of the geometric progression. Then these numbers are a plus ar plus ar square is equal to 13. This implies by taking common a, we obtain a into 1 plus r square is equal to 13. And a plus 1, ar plus 4, ar square plus 3 are in arithmetic progression according to the given condition. Thus ar plus 4 is equal to a plus 1 plus ar square plus 3 over 2. This implies 2ar plus 8 is equal to ar square plus a plus 4. This implies a into r square minus 2r plus 1 is equal to 4. This implies a into r square plus r plus 1 minus 3ar is equal to 4 because r square minus 2r plus 1 is equal to r square plus r plus 1 minus 3r. This implies 13 minus 3ar is equal to 4 because a into 1 plus r square is equal to 13. Or 3ar is equal to 13 minus 4. This implies ar is equal to 3. Using a is equal to 3 by r, equation 1 becomes 3 by r, 1 plus r square is equal to 13, or 3r square minus 10r plus 3 is equal to 0. This implies r is equal to, by using quadratic formula, 10 plus minus square root of 100 minus 36 over 6, that is equal to 10 plus minus 8 over 6. Now we obtain two values of r. These values are 3 and 1 over 3. If r is equal to 3, then a is equal to 1. Using a, r is equal to 3. And if r is equal to 1 over 3, then a is equal to 9. Using a, r is equal to 3. Thus the numbers are 1, 3, 9 or 9, 3, 1. Now there are some questions. Please solve these questions. If you feel any difficulty to solve these questions, please discuss with me. प्रैक्टिस अगर आप बच्चों करेंगे तो आपको अच्छे से तैयारी होगी, और अगर आपको क्वेश्चन को समझने में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो या इसको सॉल्व करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप मुझसे डिस्कस कर सकते हैं.